how are you? If you're watching this one on the replay, then let me know that you're here with a little hashtag replay. And if you're watching with me live, let me know that you're here. Put a comment in that box so I can see that you're here. Today is all about compliments and how sometimes they can do more harm than good. But before we get stuck into that, let's have a quick intro. So if you don't know me, my name is Sarah. I'm founder of the Emotional Health Coach Academy and creator of The Formula, which is a unique and powerful methodology that's been curated and adapted from many different schools of thought in positive applied psychology. The course that we teach is a hybrid between coaching, education and therapy, and it's absolutely smashing. I know I would say that, but it's an absolutely powerful and unique methodology. It helps our clients completely free themselves from anxiety and anxiety-based symptoms. Okay, so let's talk about today then and what you can expect. So this little live is about compliments and why sometimes they do more harm than good. It's going to be for you if you are someone who is experiencing anxiety-based symptoms, if you have unwanted habits and behaviours, if you have fears and phobias that are holding you back in your life, then this will be of interest to you. It's also for you if you're an aspiring coach or therapist who wants to develop their skill set and their knowledge in understanding emotional health and what it's all about. It's also for you if you're interested in our methodology, if you're interested in joining us in the Emotional Health Coach Academy, either as a client or a trainee coach. Okay, so let's get stuck in. Let's get stuck into this topic now. Where are my notes? They've gone and disappeared. All right, so external validation then is a compliment. Okay, so sometimes we can have these compliments. Sometimes we take them really easy and we just say thank you, that's a nice compliment. Other times we are less likely to take those compliments. And what happens is if we get used to taking them, we can end up being quite reliant on them. Okay, so I've just absolutely lost my notes, so here we go. Here we go. Oh dear, typical, isn't it? You go live and then you're like, where did I put my notes? Okay, so here we go. Yeah, external validation. Now let me know if you're here having a laugh with me this morning. So compliments are external validation. It's when we take on board a compliment. Now sometimes those compliments can be really helpful and they come quite freely and they're really nice to receive. And sometimes we get used to having those compliments, and when they don't come, they can leave us feeling quite empty inside. Okay, so an external validation, a compliment, which I'm going to call an external validation for the sake of this live today, is when it's something that's given freely. We don't ask for it. It might be, your hair looks really nice today, or I love that dress on you, or I love the way you've decorated your living room, this looks great. Okay, whatever it is, or you're such a great mum. All of those things. I love the work you do in your business. I'm fascinated by the way that you work. I love watching what's happening in your business. All of those kind of things. They're all lovely compliments, aren't they? And they are external validation. And sometimes we can take them, we can say thank you, and we can give ourselves a little pat on the back and put it in the bank of self-esteem, and that's really, really good. Other times it can be really awkward and uncomfortable to take a compliment, and that's usually because we have an internal critical voice that tells us that the other person perhaps doesn't really mean it, or that we don't actually deserve it, okay? Because we're not good enough, something along those lines. So when that happens, when we start to feel out of control, or we've been very reliant on external validation, if we become reliant on those compliments, we can start to look for them in order to make us feel better. Okay, so we start fishing for them. So an example might be that you put a post out on Facebook looking for feedback, looking for likes, looking for comments. It might be one of those, you might have seen them in your own newsfeed, those kind of chainmail types of posts, okay, that go around that tag 100 women that look beautiful or something like that, and so you tag other 100 people and everybody likes the post and everyone tells everybody how beautiful they are. Okay, what is the harm in that, you might be thinking? Well, the harm in that is if you are reliant on something like that to make you feel good, And then when it's not there, when it's not forthcoming, it can leave you feeling quite empty and insignificant, okay? Another example might be of when you feel like you need compliments and you need to fish for compliments. It might be that you tell everyone how terrible your life is, okay? And so that they come along and sweep you up, pick you up and make you feel better. Now, we all get down from time to time, but some people get really reliant on this. I don't want you to get confused here with asking other people for their opinions and asking them for help, because that's a healthy dialogue and that is okay. But sometimes people can push that a little bit too far because they're so reliant on those compliments. When they don't come, they need that external validation. Now, this then becomes a bit of a threat to your emotional health, because when you start purposefully looking for that external validation and you become reliant on that positive feedback, it starts to control how you feel. Okay, you start to give your personal power away. So I'm going to give you some examples to make it a little bit clearer. I'm going to draw some circles, okay? Now, if you follow me, you know that I'm always drawing on my back wall and I'm always drawing circles. So here we go. I've got two circles for you. Hopefully you can see this. There's one there and there's one there. Now, the outside circle here is compliments, okay? Compliments. Or what did we call it? We called it external validation there. And in the middle there, I'm going to draw a person, okay? Now, if this person is reliant on that external validation to feel good, it's outside of their control. The stuff on the inside circle is in control. Let's pop there, in control. Okay, so we know what that is. So if I put a post out in my business, for example, and nobody likes it for 30 minutes, nobody interacts with it, likes it or shares it, okay, I might look back at that post and think, oh, I've done something terrible, I've done something wrong, nobody likes me, nobody cares, I feel really bad, people think I'm silly, I'm stupid, I'm not professional. All of those worries, doubts and fears and concerns can pop up into your mind, okay, about not being good enough. And then, over time, if you look back again, I don't know, maybe an hour later, it's like, oh, somebody's actually interacted, somebody's liked it, I've got a like, I've got a comment, I've got a share. Oh, this is good, thank goodness for that. I am a good person, I do know what I'm talking about. People like my work, okay? So this is what happens over time. Over time, we've got a timeline at the bottom, and then we've got the anxiety, I'm going to call it anxiety line there. We post something, we look, and we see that nobody's liked it, so we go down, and then we go back up because there's been some interaction, and then eventually we come back to our level of normal again. Okay, so I hope you can see from that diagram that it kind of shakes your emotional health about. It makes it, it destabilizes it, okay, it makes it a little bit awkward. Exactly the same when you go and put a post out, a selfie, a personal post. It might be that you're talking about your gardening or your children or something like that, and some people will really interact with it, and then other times they won't. And again, you can have the same impact there. So let's have another little think about this external validation then, and why this is important, because over time, over years, we are groomed, we are programmed, we are fed, trickle fed this information that we need to be complimented. Okay, and that we need that external validation. We need those external compliments. If you think about your education or your children's education, for an example, when they go into school and they sit still with their legs crossed and their finger on their mouse and they do their work, they get a sticker. You might get the head teacher's award. You might get house points, or any kind of praise. A smiley face and a tick at the end of the piece of work, whatever it is. Okay, it's there and it's done for encouragement for the child. But if the child starts to rely upon that, if they're not getting it, they're thinking they're doing their work wrong. If they are getting it, they think they're the best and the really good as everybody else. And so that can affect how that child is thinking and that child's emotional health and emotional development. Okay. Now, if you think you've gone through your life reliant on external validation to make you feel good, it's no wonder then when you become an adult that you can become so destabilized when those compliments don't come. Okay, have I got any other examples for you? So yeah, I think the thing to think about, if you're working in your business, working with your clients, just generally in your life, always make sure that you compliment yourself. Okay, you recognize that you have put the effort into what you do. You've put the effort into your business, you've put the effort into your marketing, you've put the effort into your clients' resolutions. If you know that you've put that effort in and you compliment yourself, you give yourself that internal validation, you are going to be able to stabilize your emotional health, and therefore you won't be feeling quite so anxious, quite so stressed, quite so overwhelmed, or quite so yeah, knocked off your pedestal, really, knocked off the perch. I'm going to grab another colour pen here. I think the red one works. I'm going to give you an example of what happens then if you manage your compliments internally. Okay, so here we go. This is the anxiety line. This is normal, that's high, that's low, and this is over time. If I post and I don't get a like or comment, I know that I have done my bit for today. I know that I've written a good post and I've put it out there for people to see. So therefore, I can go up. All right. If somebody interacts with it and they like it and they comment and they share on it, I can stay up. Okay, because that's just going to add to it. That's just going to fuel it, and I'm just going to feel good. And then I'm going to work on the next thing and come back down to my level of normal, and I've got full control and influence over what's happened there with that red line. Okay, whereas if I am relying on those compliments, then I'm going to be taking a bit of a dip and a bit of a dive. All right, so hopefully that's illustrated my point and you've enjoyed that and that's been helpful to you. Now I'm just about to head off. A nice, a short and sweet one today. Before I go, I'd just love to invite you over into the Coaching Corner, which is our Facebook group. So you can just search Coaching Corner on Facebook, or I'll pop the link in the comments below. Maybe I'll have a go at doing that now. And just come on by and say hello. We are talking about emotional health. We're talking about businesses, we talk about therapy, we talk about women's health, we talk about all of the things emotional health and running your own business. And if that's something that interests you, please feel free to come and say hello over in that Facebook group. Now I'm just about to get the link and put that into the comments below so you can see it there. And if you'd like to find out more about the work we do in the Emotional Health Coach Academy, just pop a little comment below and I will reach out to you, and yeah, we can start a conversation if that's something you're interested in. All right, that's it from me today, nice and short and sweet. Over here in the UK, the sun is shining. It's like a proper spring day out there, and I'm going to go out and get my daily walk because we're still kind of locked down a bit here. So whatever it is you're choosing to do today, I hope you have a great day, and I'm back next Tuesday at 11:30 to share some more wisdom on emotional health and setting up your own business. So please come and join me then. Thanks for joining today. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.